Hey everyone, welcome to EDU 5105, and to all of our new students, welcome to U Ottawa. I want to take just a few moments here to show you around our virtual classroom space on Brightspace. This semester there are two sections of EDU 5105. I'm teaching one, and then Dr. Angus McMurtry is teaching the other. And we've collaborated heavily on this course, so there is going to be a lot of consistency between our two sections. And we've also set up our Brightspace classrooms the same way. So while I will be using my classroom for this tour, if you're in Angus's class, the only real differences you'll notice is that some of the pictures are different, and he may have more or less of his virtual course available to you at the time of posting this. So for those of you who are new to U Ottawa, let's quickly cover how to log in. So to log in, you can go to uottawa.brightspace.com, or you can just Google U Ottawa Brightspace. You'll be then asked to sign in with your U Ottawa email and password. And once you're in, you'll see a dashboard like this of all your courses. And it'll look a little bit different depending on what courses you're taking this semester. If you're in my section, you'll see an image like this with my Bitmoji character. If you're in Angus's section, it will look more like the image on the right with a Bitmoji of him. And clicking on the course will take you to the course home page. And mine looks a little different than yours right now because I'm in faculty view, so I'm just going to switch over to student view. So this home page will contain any announcements that we post. It also contains a calendar on the right that shows you upcoming due dates. And then if you scroll down, it also has the course content. So this is a quick way for you to access the modules within our course. Right now I have some course information posted here in a welcome video for my students. Actually, as I'm sitting here recording this, Angus is recording a welcome message for his class. And of course, by the time you're seeing this video, you'll also see this tour of our classroom posted here on the announcements page. So along the top here, we have links to various parts of the course. And the first tab here with the course name will take you back to this course homepage. Content is where our course modules are and our syllabus is. And we're going to come back to this in a few moments. Discussions is a quick way of accessing the various discussion spaces for this class. We also link to them in the appropriate modules. And at the time of recording, as you can see, I have only released a couple of forums for discussions so far. One where you can ask questions, and then one where you can also do your class introductions. And you'll be seeing more discussion spaces populating this area as the course progresses through the semester. The next section is assignments, and here you can see all the assignments for our course, including the completion status, your score, and the evaluation status. And then below the name, it also lists the due date. And then if you click on the name of the assignment, it takes you to a description of the assignment, which I've just taken from the syllabus. And then it has the rubric as well, so you can see how exactly we're assessing you. And then if you go down to the bottom here, you can submit your assignments. And do note that not every assignment has a submission spot like this. Say, for example, the survey and introducing yourself on the discussion boards does not have a space to upload. And then if we scroll back up to the top, grades will take you to your grades on the assignments. So you can see that will populate here as you progress through the course. Class progress will look a little different on your screen. So I'm going to put up some screenshots that previous learners have shared with me. When I look at it, normally it has a list of everyone in the course. And when you go to it, it will have information about your Brightspace usage. So it really serves as a hub for both you and for us as instructors to get an idea of where you're at in the course. For example, it gives a summary of your posts, your assignments, which parts of the course you've completed, etc. We click on more, we can go down to announcements, and this will take you to all the announcements that I've posted in the course. And then the last one across the top is calendar, and it shows you the upcoming due dates for the semester. So if we scroll down here, we can see that on September 10th, by midnight, we're asking you to have completed the Getting to Know You survey and to have introduced yourself. And now we can head over to content, which is where the exciting parts of the course are. And we'll make our way down the sidebar here. So the overview page is really what we've been using as our initial welcome page for posting content prior to the course actually starting on the September 6th. The next is for bookmark topics. I don't really know what this is for, and I haven't used it before. And literally every semester I say this is a semester where I'm going to learn what this is, and I never do. So if you know what this is, feel free to educate me. Next is course schedule, which is a similar idea to the calendar. Shows upcoming events and due dates and things like that. If we continue down, you'll see the table of contents. So for this, you can literally scroll through all of the different modules that we have on here. I personally find this kind of overwhelming, so I don't tend to use it. Next is our syllabus. So if you ever need to really quickly find the syllabus, you can just pop over here and then you can download it from here. The next tab is Virtual Office. So this is just a space where Angus and I have posted quick bios about us, as well as our email addresses so you can contact us. And then there should be another one here for assignments, which I guess I haven't released for you yet, so one moment and I will release that for you. All right, so now we can see the assignments section here. So if you go on here, it just has, once again, a very brief overview of what the assignments are, reminder of what the due dates are, how much they're worth. There's also spots here where you can submit them. And then there's also some additional resources to help you. For example, have an example here where we walk you through an example of a portfolio entry. We also have some information about creating assessment tools and examples of final projects that you can take a look at. And then after this, we get into the actual course content. And right now on here, I have only released Module 1, Part 1. We do have other modules, which you can see when I flip back into a faculty view. The reason why I only have one released at the moment is because we're still tweaking our content a little bit for the later modules. And previous students have also told me that they prefer having the modules released more gradually. Just logging in that first week and seeing 12 weeks worth of content can be quite overwhelming and difficult to navigate. So we will release more as we progress through the course. Each module is set up the same way. So we're going to take a look at our first module here. So each module will start off with a title, the module number, and the date range. And we have some sort of banner image here just to make the course look a little more inviting and exciting. And then we'll have some sort of introductory section here, which gives you a really brief overview of what the main topics are we're covering that module, some of our goals for the week, things like that. And this is followed by the same sections for each module, which you can also see along the sidebar here when you open up a module. So each one starts with the Motivation Monday, required readings, presentation, learning lab, and additional resources. So Motivation Mondays is a section where we post an optional activity to get you excited for the module. Usually it's a video and some reflection questions. Sometimes, like this module, we'll post a little cartoon. These are entirely optional and you do not need to submit anything to us. You don't even need to do them. But they can be a fun way to get into the mindset for that module. And some people do like to use them in their team discussions or reflect on them in their portfolio. And if we scroll down, the next section is required readings, where we will list the readings that are required for that module. For this first week, it's just the MLC guide and the syllabus. And then scrolling down further, you get to our presentations for the module. Sometimes here we also may include a slide deck, like I have for this week. Some of these videos this semester will be new, and some of them are also from when I taught the course in 2021 during the pandemic. So any comments I make about stay-at-home orders are, of course, no longer relevant. So if you see long red hair, it is a pandemic-era video. And for Module 1, Part 1, I have also included a discussion board here in the presentation section where you can ask questions specifically about the course, the syllabus, or even if you have just general grad school questions, and you are more than welcome to respond to each other's questions here. Next up is the Learning Lab, and this is where our activity for the module will be. So for Module 1, Part 1 in my class, this is a survey and introducing yourself on Brightspace. I think Angus is also doing a survey. I think his is in Google. I think mine's a SurveyMonkey. But same sort of setup. During your MLC modules, you will be participating in your MLC discussions, and we'll also have a reminder here to update your portfolio. And additional resources is additional videos or articles that you may find interesting. This week we've shared some videos that were requested by some of my previous students. So they cover things like what I wish I knew at grad school at the start, tips for writing papers, and some APA tips, going through an exemplar of a paper, common mistakes I see students make, things like that. And sometimes we'll also share resources from previous classes we've taught for anyone who wants to learn a little bit more about related concepts. That's really it for our virtual classroom tour. If you have any questions for us about navigating our classroom, you can send us an email, post a comment on Brightspace, or even post a comment down below on YouTube. And we look forward to working with you all this semester.